Okay, so we knew this was going to happen eventually. Elon Musk and Donald Trump are having sort of a love spat. They are falling out before our eyes, but this might not be the end of the world, and this might have been expected. So Elon Musk, he embraced Donald Trump, went against all odds. It was a huge part of Trump becoming the president, and doing that, he gave up a lot. He gave up a lot of because he was the darling of the left, and now he has been labeled a Nazi in a lot of ways. His brand of Tesla has taken a huge hit, and just the left, putting him in the crosshairs. It was unstoppable and unthinkable the limits that they would go to try to destroy him. So now trying to get a little distance from Donald Trump seems almost reasonable. This is all about the big beautiful bill that Trump and the Republicans, together with the Democrats, are pushing to get signed into law and to get passed through. The Democrats are thrilled that they're having this breakup, but for much different reasons. Elon thinks it's a bloated bill, which it probably is. Trump is going to paint everything in the best picture available. But the Democrats, they don't think there's enough spending. So they're happy that they're having a breakup, and they're all for the trashing on the big, beautiful bill, but for much different reasons. Elon wants to take out all the massive spending that is going into it, that he is trying to do so much with Doge and eliminate government waste. But the Democrats are just, they want to spend the House, spend us to non-existence, I guess. I don't know. It's wild, the limits that both parties will go to, and that's why it's just a game. It's just it's theater. None of it's actually real. They're playing with monopoly money. All right, but let's switch over. Let's actually take a look at things that Elon has been putting out there, because they've had disagreements. Trump and Elon have had disagreements, but nothing this public. They've kept it behind closed doors, and Elon has just been out in the open trashing the bill, saying it cannot go through. But I'm with Trump on this. I'm with Trump on this because if they come away with nothing and they go into this gridiron, just everything gets locked up, they don't get anything passed through, the huge tax cuts don't go through, that's the biggest thing that people will feel hugely. So if those don't go through, I think it's all about compromise, and Trump needs to get something passed through. And he's going to put it in the best. He's a marketer. He's a guy it's a businessman. He's a cheerleader to whatever it is, whatever cause it is. And Elon, I think tax cuts he's not going to feel it as much as other people. He's a billionaire. He's not going to experience it as much. He's looking a little bit more long-term in the direction of the country. Sometimes you have to accept a little bit necessary evil to get the greater good. And I think Trump is on that side. So just the things that Elon has been tweeting, as you can see in the picture right there, it's from a Not Jerome Powell, a parody account. But anything that, if Elon tweets something, hundreds of millions of people see it immediately. And millions of people like it, or maybe not hundreds of millions of people like it, but hundreds of thousands of people like it immediately. Anything he puts out there. So, but this does fit into, he cannot be lockstep with Trump anymore. He did what he needed to do to get Trump in the White House, because it would have served as a benchmark to the collapse of our nation if Trump would not have won the presidency. I don't think there would have been no recovery, and that's why Elon was so adamant about getting him in there. But in this tweet, this most recent one, Jerome Powell, or not Jerome Powell, tweeted, it has the train, the school bus going in front of the train tracks. It says, "Money Doge has saved the government," and then the train just busts through the school bus, and it says, Trump's big, beautiful bill. So he's almost making himself, all his work, was it a waste of was it a waste of trying to eliminate all the waste? Overall, it's not. This is going to be just a very small window of time. It does give me a little bit concern that they could actually fall out, and like, because it does seem like anybody that Trump has alongside of, he ends up usually firing them, or they don't stay. They don't stay together. They're not happy. Eventually, it seems like that a lot of people, not his family, not his, his closest people, it seems, or even Marco Rubio, anyone, or Ted Cruz, anyone that he's had these fights against, they all end up coming to work for him, and then they just kind of got to go along to get along. Eventually, there could be a JD Vance fallout. I would hate to ever see that. I hope that never happens. But you never expected Mike Pence and that whole thing. It seems like it always eventually happens, and I don't. That's why business is so freaking cutthroat, and these are like the epitome of business guys. It is so cutthroat. It is so, you have your idea what you want to accomplish, and if anyone's not on board, I mean, you can cut ties in an instant. And it seems like Elon and Trump are almost, severing some things. But this might be Elon in the back of his mind, because you got to play that 4D chess. He needs to become that left media darling again that he was for most of his life. And because he needs people buying Teslas. He needs people buying things that he had built and made most of his money on, because there was a drop in the Tesla, and you can understand that. It's definitely come back, but for his image, it might not be the best thing as he goes off into the sunset. Elon, the little sunset that he's going off into now, it might be good to kind of a little bit more arm's length from Trump. And maybe that is what's going on as well. Because, I mean, just to save money and to be this out in the open, when Elon is not stupid. He knows the political gridiron that is taking place every day in Washington. He knows that Trump has to get this through. So this might be something in a public image kind of way to separate himself, distance himself from Trump, that, we're having a fight. You can see, we're having a fight. It's not Emmanuel Macron fight, but it's a fight for everyone to see. It's public, and it's over money. It's over kind of policy. So it's not personal. It's business, not personal. So there's greater things going on, but it does still give me concern that, they could have a falling out. But they're actually friends. So I don't see that happening. But we'll see. We'll see. So if you've enjoyed this video, hit this video over here, it's over here, and I'll see you in the next one.